islands without mass tourism, without large hotel complexes, without fancy international restaurants. They still exist. Let me introduce you to São Vicente and Santo Antão. Welcome to the westernmost country of Africa. Welcome to Cape Verde. Located in the northwest of the archipelago, São Vicente is best known for its vibrant city Mindelo. For centuries, this harbor has been the last stop for sailors before setting off to cross the Atlantic towards the Caribbean. But the story of the island does not end here. What many visitors overlook lies just beyond the city limits. A dry and sandy landscape, white plains, imposing hills, and mighty volcanoes. Silent reminders of the immense forces that once shaped these islands. A short ferry ride away lies Santo Antão, a paradise for hikers. The island is dominated by dramatic mountain ranges. Its highest peak, Topo de Coroa, rises to almost 2,000 meters above sea level. Marked by the traces of its volcanic past, much of Santo Antão is as dry as its neighbor. But this is not true everywhere. Trade winds carry moist clouds towards the island. As they rise along the steep volcanic mountains, the air cools and the water condenses into life-giving rain. The result is a surprising contrast. Deep green valleys surrounded by barren volcanic landscapes. Separating the lush and the dusty parts of the island lies the impressive Cova crater. With a diameter of about 1 kilometer, the crater overlooks vast valleys below. Its fertile volcanic soil allows local farmers to cultivate crops on the crater floor. The same rain that brings life to these islands can also become a threat. During the wet season, sudden and intense rainfall can turn into destructive floods, washing away roads, destroying homes, and sometimes even taking lives. Apart from lizards and several bird species, most of the island's fascinating wildlife is found beneath the surface of the Atlantic Ocean. Diving into these waters reveals an entirely different world. Trumpetfish glide silently through the reef. Lobsters and eels hide between the rocks. Along the stony reef slopes, large schools of red squirrelfish and black-bar soldierfish gather in the shadows. Nearby, a fever of round fantail stingrays rests beside a large boulder. During the daytime, these graceful animals often bury themselves in the sand, waiting for nightfall. Fully grown, they can reach a wingspan of around 1 meter. But these waters are not only home to fish. Green sea turtles can often be spotted along the coastlines. Despite being solitary animals, these two juvenile turtles seem to enjoy each other's company, spinning gracefully through the water. If they are lucky, they may live for almost 100 years. Once they reach adulthood, they have very few natural predators, apart from large sharks. But sharks are not their greatest threat. Their greatest threat is us. You don't need to look far to see the impact we have on these fragile ecosystems. Plastic waste can be found almost everywhere around the islands, and what we see on land is only a fraction of the problem. Based on these findings, one can only imagine how much plastic is already present in the ocean. Plastic that has broken down into microplastics. Plastic that has sunk to the sea floor. Plastic that we may never be able to remove again. Every year, humanity produces around 400 million tons of plastic, and every year, an estimated 50 million tons end up in the environment. This pollution threatens stingrays, turtles, and ultimately ourselves. So what can we do? Is this a lost cause? Every single day, we make choices about what we consume. For example, buying apples wrapped in plastic or choosing a plastic-free alternative. On its own, that decision may seem insignificant, but it's never just one decision. It's hundreds of small choices. Ordering delivery food wrapped in layers of plastic or eating at a local restaurant. Choosing not to eat fish, reducing the demand for plastic-intensive industrial fishing. Drinking tap water from a glass instead of buying plastic bottles. The list of possibilities is endless. And when millions of people begin to change their habits, choosing alternatives instead of plastic, something powerful happens. Demand for plastic decreases, demand for alternatives increases, and eventually Companies and politicians are forced to adapt. That is how real change begins. It starts small, with you and me, and it grows into something big. The question is simple. In 10 years from now, will we be swimming in oceans filled with plastic and dying ecosystems? Or will these two juvenile turtles still have a chance to live long and healthy lives? The choice is ours. Let's make the right one.